Good afternoon and welcome to McStabber Studios. Ordinarily, I would not be doing this by myself for a second as an intro, but I wanted to just take a minute to talk to the viewers and let everyone know that, we do take our stream seriously in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to the audio and video setup. And one thing I noticed watching previous stream was how often my clumsy elbows seem to smack cameras around and cause, seasickness even if I was watching it. I'd like to let everyone know that that has been corrected. But for those who do not know how we film this, we actually play every other week for a 5 to 7 hour session. And we split that game session into 2 different streams so that we can consistently have a stream every week. So the updates made to the camera setup to prevent the cameras from getting bumped all the time are not present in this week's episode. So I regret that, and I know I bumped the camera once or twice during this one, but know that going forward from this week on, you will no longer see that particular problem. I'm glad to say that's been fixed, and we won't have that. Also on the audio front, because this is the second half of our very first stream, we did have a slight audio problem in the second portion of it, in which we went to break and people didn't realize their mics were turned off. And because people didn't realize their mics were off, we did a recording with some of the mics off. Now, the only person it significantly seemed to have impacted was Mr. Steve Perry, who has a pretty low voice in general. My mic was off, but I'm loud enough you can hear me. So that doesn't matter. There'll be a 20-minute period in the second half where Steve's a little harder to hear, but I have reviewed the recorded footage and you can hear him. So know that we've discussed this, and the sound guy has been taken out back, fired, and shot. Well, not really, because that would involve shooting me, and then they'd have no story. But the sentiment was there, and we've had a discuss about that, and yeah, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen in the future, because it's all about a quality stream. And also, I'm going to attempt to curtail how much, when we're streaming for our actual games, I'm going to curtail how much I'm paying attention to the actual stream chat, because that does negatively impact my players. And I'm going to try to cut back some of my off-the-cuff table talk that I don't need to be doing, because after watching the video myself, I found it was distracting. So I'm going to try to address that. But other than that, that's about all I have to say as a prep for this. So now let us go into episode 2, Strange Bedfellows. And I hope you enjoy it. We will be in chat. Many of us that are in this game will be in chat during this session, since this is our second half of the session. So we can interact and discuss the episode. If you have any questions during the episode, shoot them in chat. We're there to talk, and we will enjoy it. And let's go on with it. Here we go. Welcome to McStabber Studios. This is episode 2 of Vengeance Waits, a DC by Night Chronicle. This one is titled Strange Bedfellows. Before we get started, of course, once again, thank all the players, thank the viewers, because it's important, to support the community. We'll go around the table, let everybody introduce themselves. I know it's kind of, for some that are frequent here, it's redundant to do it, but for the new people, we'll let everyone introduce themselves. I am storyteller Shanky McStabber.
And I am Relyn. I play Lily, Sanger, Toreador, Herald to Prince Stanford Warwick, and soon to be Primogen of Clan Toreador.
I'm Lance. I play Steve Perry. No relation. Kaitif. Soon to be possibly the Primogen of the Clanless.
I am Katie. I play Locke, the Gangrel. And I am Hound of DC as well as Whip to the Primogen of the Clanless.
I'm Jim, Quartermain, Nosferatu, Sheriff of DC.
So, right before we start, I'm going to, for those who maybe missed last week, it was Choices and Consequences, in which the choices made by Kindred came back to bite certain individuals. And while it didn't harm the coterie at this time, it was mainly some other Kindred in the city.
It will.
The choices the Kindred have made during the last episode, that the coterie setting here, there's going to be consequences for some of those choices that do come back. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. And so let's begin our little story here. It is Tuesday the 19th
Of June.
of June 2018, and everyone's going to do their rouse checks as they wake because, having slept through the daylight, it is now dusk, and once again your undead limbs start moving.
I
You
am
held on to
still at hunger zero.
I'm at hunger one.
Wow.
Lily's on a diet right now.
So for this night, I know you have a meeting with Stephen and Felix, which will be early, right?
And I did ask for Steve to show up to the club early.
Yep.
Yes, we had some meetings.
And then you also have a meeting with Bloodlicker, the Lupine, or
No,
Mother.
we're going out to
Bloodlicker
see
told
Mother.
you to go see Mother, who is the leader of the pack of Lupine living in Rock Creek Park. She is leader and guardian of the Karn of the Moon. So that'll be an interesting meeting for everybody. Does the Alliance hold since Nathan is gone? And if it doesn't, can a new one be forged? At least you've been given safe passage. But do you trust
Shit.
safe passage from...
Steve, we got to bring our anvil.
You can drop it on...
No,
Wile E.
so we
Coyote's head?
can forge something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to drop it on Wile E. Coyote's head when they come after you.
There's no coyotes. There's only wolves.
Sometimes the bone gnawers are mistaken for coyotes because they're braggedy at times.
Okay.
So
He's got to mess up my joke.
I know.
I know.
So, Steve, you're going to report to the club early.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone
Me
else,
too.
what is your plans?
Report to the club early.
Locke gets up and she is going to be with Lily. Because
And
there's somebody
I have
coming.
set up in the conference
Gonna
room.
be with Lily? You mean
No.
be with Lily?
No.
Oh, yes,
Is it a
darling,
chub
it's
already?
hot.
No.
You're going to have to get the guard involved for the chub at that point.
Look. No. Okay, we're just going to the conference room because if
I forgot to warn people, this is an actual play table session. And since it is like most actual play games, you will hear, and camera gets bumped, you will hear inappropriate comments, you will hear table talk, you will hear OOC stuff. That's the joy of an actual play. So,
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
all adults here.
Yes.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Locke is
I'm an
no,
adult.
that's not what happens. Locke just wants to make sure if Quartermain is late, there is at least representation that should be there when she's heralding.
Absolutely.
Quartermain's not late. He's going to be there.
He's straight there.
Okay, and I have
more
instructed my
examples
guards
of,
that if anyone, that Felix shows up, or Stephen, to let them know, to bring them to the conference room.
Okay. Or you're watching just the front door?
Oh no, they're at.
Because you did let Stephen know, he left last time by going out the sewer exit.
Yeah, I actually have one posted at all entrances.
So it's normally, locked and
Yeah, one is posted at that
keypad?
entrance.
to get in when you guys coming in through the bottom, but
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So there's a guard
Hidden.
posted there too.
So Steve is, the last one to arrive because he's coming from his haven, but he gets there pretty early in the evening. You still haven't seen Felix or Stephen yet, and I guess you're just sitting around waiting. Finally, it would be about 10:30 at night, which is early for Kindred, I guess. Ma'am,
Yes.
somebody's hitting the basement
Go ahead and
sewer
open it.
door.
Go ahead and open it. I'm expecting someone.
Or are they friendly, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, you say so. So he goes and opens up the thing, and ma'am, yeah, there's two people here. One, he's one of the ugly ones.
Okay.
He
Did they
doesn't
give
know
names?
What a Nosferatu is. Stephen and Felix.
Yep. Bring them up to the conference room, please.
Yes, ma'am. And as you guys are waiting, how's your plan of, just lounging around? Anyone standing for the intimidation spots?
Locke is doing her usual vaguely menacing but disinterested pose against a wall where she's waiting for
holding up a wall.
something interesting.
You gotta make sure that wall doesn't fall down.
That's right. It's expert wall holding
I'm
up.
standing in the far corner.
Are you gonna be visible or
I'll be invisible.
okay with which one is it? The
Cloak
other
of Shadows.
Cloak of Shadows, so you're not having to do a rouse check.
No.
Steve, you just gonna
Just hanging out there.
just hang out and look like you,
Just normal.
bloodthirsty and psychotic at this point? Yeah.
Sharpening your knives.
We really need to talk about the punch knives.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I would like to
Yeah,
change
we'll
that
have
at
to-
some point.
We have a couple things me and you have to talk about outside the game because there's a couple things for Steve I want to discuss.
Okay.
It only takes a minute or so to get him up there.
He's gonna put it in.
Just a tip.
Jesus Christ.
So only about a minute or so before knock on the door and it opens. They know just knock and open it at this point.
Yeah.
For these kind of meetings where you're expecting
Yeah.
them. And of course, in comes Felix and Stephen. Stephen's blue jeans t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Felix is dressed not in a suit today. He's got him a nice turtleneck with a sweater vest.
Okay.
Odd for this time of year, but you know, it looks like he's wearing a pair of khakis. He's dressed down compared to what you saw last time, and you can see the nervousness is on Felix's
Okay,
face.
well,
Weapons?
No visible weapons. You want to try to give the eyeball.
Yeah.
For you, you can go wits awareness, or if you want to go wits streetwise,
I think it's
be-
the same.
because you know that you learned on the street to look for who's packing heat and who's not.
It's the same for me. So.
Damn.
4, 5.
You don't think they're carrying? If they're carrying anything, it's no bigger than a small pocket knife.
Okay.
So I go ahead and stand up from the seat I was sitting in and walk over to greet them. And I actually reach out a hand to Felix.
He's kind of hesitant at first, and he's like,
I've been expecting you. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
"Yes, Stephen told me."
And I reach over and shake Stephen's hand as well.
Stephen just bobs his head.
Good to see
I'm
you,
glad you got
Stephen.
the message. You know,
Absolutely.
It's just kind of a thing. Can I get my voice out? Yeah, I'm glad. Locke passed the message.
Yeah, absolutely. I said, would you like to have a seat?
Felix just goes, I think I'd rather stand for this.
Okay.
Stephen, of course, immediately just plops down.
Okay, perfect.
He's not the refined one of the pair.
Okay.
And Felix goes, I regret the hostilities between us at first. I hope you don't take that as a personal slight. I was doing my heralding duties, of course.
Absolutely, as I was doing mine, it was definitely not personal.
Stephen has talked to me, brought to light certain things and developments that leads me to believe that I have put myself on the wrong side of the fence regarding the situation with Vitel's departure. So he suggested that I speak with you, obviously.
Yes.
He has spoke with us, or you as beforehand. Always does things like that. He suggested I discuss with you to see if a mutually beneficial arrangement could be brought to remove some more pieces from the board.
Okay. What did you have in mind?
Well, I mean, obviously I can't have Harold.
No.
Though, to be truthful, Harold is not normally what I would aspire to. But I am experienced in things, and I do have substantial financial interests and business interests in the city. I do think that perhaps it would put me in a position to claim a seat on the Primogen Council. Now, of course, we are talking hypotheticals.
Now, I also would be wondering if you might be interested in a position as keeper.
Oh,
Nobody wants that job.
well, there's some who might, but it wouldn't be me, you see.
I understand.
I've been a Primogen before, and
Okay, good.
keeper to me is not really what I'm suited for, you see.
Okay, that's understandable.
Now, I understand what I'm requesting, considering why I came to the city in the first place. Might be difficult. But what I can offer in return, of course, is support for Stanford, first of all, which only makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can remove myself as herald completely from the position.
Mm-hmm.
And I will formally announce to any who need announced to that I support Stanford in his bid for Praxis. And he is the better suited kindred to rule.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I can't betray Vanessa's location.
Honestly, not interested, at least not personally.
Well, that's mighty noble of you. Many wouldn't. Well, I guess Torador, you might not try it, but I do have some loyalties to her, even if we were fed incorrect information, you see. We did not realize that Stanford was here and in a position to declare Praxis so quickly. Had I known, I wouldn't have come forward. I do not know why Vanessa's supporters in the tower did not warn her ahead of time, but they did not. So,
Yeah, because I can promise you it was no secret within the tower.
oh, probably not with all.
All the different factions.
With the factions, yeah. There's the tower, and of course, the tower.
Right.
And where you are in it does depend.
Of course.
So,
Okay.
and I
Well-
understand that Stanford might request more from me.
Yes.
And we could talk.
Okay. Well, I cannot promise anything myself,
Well, of course.
but I can guarantee to you that I will discuss this with Stanford tonight. And is there a way that I can get in touch with you if he requests you?
That could be difficult. Because if I give you a phone number, it's pretty easy to track me. And I could find myself confronted with a La Sombra where I
Okay.
sleep. So,
Agree to meet tomorrow evening? So I can give you his response?
I'm going to give you a phone number.
Okay.
It's to a bookstore.
Okay.
When you're ready with a response, call that number
Mm-hmm.
and say you're looking for a copy of Ravenous Lasciviousness, first edition. That will tell me. They will pass that message.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will be sure to do that.
The sparrow flies at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're doing there, but in these days in this city, you can't be too careful sometimes. It is a real book, but it's not one you'll see.
No.
Well,
Okay.
I once again, I do regret the unpleasantness. I do regret, of course, having Stephen here plant maybe a particular item on your equipment. You know, a keylogger. Obviously, you found it.
Obviously.
Stephen just goes,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
and then
obviously.
Felix looks over at Stephen. Is there anything you want? Stephen's like, boss, whatever. I mean, you know, I wasn't getting out of this, anything from this one. You know, I'm just here to help out, you know. He's like, okay, Stephen.
I'll have a use for you.
I'm not sure what you mean, but okay. I
Oh,
mean, you know.
The Nosferatu in this city have a pretty big network. They could always use more.
I work for Mr. Felix directly most of the time, but I'm sure we can arrange some things, of course. And Felix goes, I think I'm rubbing off on him. positively been true sometimes.
Well, Felix, thank you so much for coming to me. I appreciate this, and I really, the humility you have shown is impressive.
Oh, it's not humility, it's
And wisdom.
survival. And we'll be frank, since we're friends of a sort. Stanford is not known to be lenient on those who directly oppose him.
No, he is not.
And while normally I would be hesitant to even exist in his domain, considering what he's done to others of my clan, I have been told by some of my contacts that perhaps he's a little more tempered now. We shall see.
Okay. I'll be in touch.
And do tell Karina I said hi.
Will do.
She does not know me, but I know of her.
She's a joy to work with.
No, I've been told she's ruthlessly effective at times.
The best kind.
And he does a little bow. And Stephen just kind of hops up.
Good seeing you, Steve.
He's the informal one of the two. Or informal. He just... And they just kind of shuffle on out. The guard, of course, you have one of your ghoul guards escort him out.
Escort him out.
You're not just going to let him wander your club again.
No,
That didn't end like well last time.
no. They get an escort.
So once he leaves, now you guys are...
Go see Mother.
Okay, do we want to go see Mother or do we want to tell Stanford first?
Go see Mother.
Okay, let's go see
'Cause
Mother.
then we
Do you
got
want
more-
to change out of heels?
Then we have more to tell him.
Actually, tonight I'm wearing boots.
Okay, good.
Granted, they have a little bit of a heel, but it's not unmanageable.
Really?
Boots or boots?
Huh? Boots.
Tonight I'm wearing boobs. They're not unmanageable.
Wear those every night.
Unmanageable boob.
Oh, they are unmanageable when you put them on your head. You wear their own boob. I should have taken my meds during.
Yeah, you should have.
So, yeah.
So you're gonna go to Rock Creek Park?
Rock Creek.
If I end up having to carry your ass while we're running for our lives,
Okay, don't act
give
like
me
you've
any
ever
guns.
had to do that, okay? You can
Probably.
I'm worried
Yeah.
because you got. It's
There
fine.
is a first time for everything.
Yeah, one day
Haven't we had to do that already?
she offered when we had to go through the sewers the long way because somebody was feeling extra naughty that day.
Extra naughty that day. Is that how we term it now?
The pretty ones get the good tour of the sewer.
Is that how you term it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go see Mother.
All right.
She got special treatment.
Yeah,
Real
real special.
all right. A tour of the sewers of DC, where every tour is complete with extra feces
Extra
and
feces.
use syringes.
Yeah.
Maybe even a body part.
Yeah. Sometimes
Maybe a whole body.
Yeah, especially if one of us has had a messy crit lately. Oh yeah.
I was so hoping you were just going to drop it at the canal into his haven, just like pop the hatch.
Oh, sorry.
You know, it's just not the same anymore when you can't like drop the body off the roof of Emilio's or the purgatory, like somebody did at this table. Literally drop the body off the roof.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty brutal. I loved it. It was an awesome scene. So, who are you taking with you to Rock Creek Park? What's the plan? Any weapons? Any equipment? You're
think
dealing
just-
in Lupine's spot.
just the four of us.
No ghoul guard for the vehicle?
Nope.
Didn't even leave behind?
Nope.
I just take what's on me normally. It does include the silver dagger. That is something she
Did
always
we take a
carries with
ghoul
her.
last time?
Not
No.
in.
Then we do the exact same thing.
Okay.
The car will be fine. They'll watch it.
Okay.
Nobody's going to touch it.
That's fine.
Well, they may touch it, but only once.
Yeah, who's going to argue with a Lupine that tells you not to touch a car?
Seriously.
No Kenji would. I'm waiting to hear her say it. She's debating whether to bring the silver stakes or the
Or the
silver
silver
hairpins.
dagger.
Or the silver bullets that you made that
Oh,
Steve
you know,
Perry made up.
I
Did
got
she
the
specifically
freaking-
say no weapons? Did Mother blood liquor?
So
My thing is-
I legit have my DE with the silver bullets.
she's going to expect us to come prepared
Just
because
in case. I mean, I'm not coming in hot or aggressive, but I'm
she's not stupid.
Last time you were there were about 2 dozen.
yeah.
Bring what you want.
Yeah.
You
It won't
don't stand
matter.
a chance, right?
It really won't
4
matter.
versus 2 dozen.
No.
No. Little kindred versus lots of big lupines.
No.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, so I mean, Lily's got. She's not
I
wearing
mean,
the hair sticks tonight. But
We don't
she's got
got
her
Ludlow, so I mean, we're dead.
Yeah, we're dead.
So
Good old Ludlow.
You'd only take out one.
no, he would take him to the beach. They
Man,
would.
That's a long run from DC.
They would both put on. They would both put on their speedos and go for a swim.
I just hit her button. I couldn't resist.
Did you
I know. I knew you know. I just. I
don't
just
do
muted
that?
you.
Not while I'm vaping.
I know. I thought you were done. Okay, so you're riding over in the Escalade to the park of Lupine. You're taking silver bullets. You got a silver dagger of some sort. I think Locke has one too.
Yep.
Quartermain
Yeah, we both
goes,
have silver
I don't
daggers.
use weapons like that. I'm good.
I only have one weapon. That's not what I was thinking of.
Oh. Your morning star?
Wrong character.
As you're riding over, I'm looking up. It's not full moon yet. It's waxing though, so it's getting there.
Doesn't have to be a full moon.
No, it doesn't. But as Kindred, you don't know that much about Lupine, just like they don't know everything about Kindred. So what you have to work with is a lot of the same
Miss.
myths that they claim with the vampires. Very few know all the truths.
I have a little more.
Yeah. But you're riding over and traffic. I mean, it's a Tuesday night. It's late. About your meeting with Felix was at 10:30, so you're rolling on the road by 11 because that was a quick meeting. with
Yeah,
him.
no more.
So
than
you're
30
riding
minutes.
over to it. You pull up and park right at the entrance. You know not to drive the vehicle into the park. When you arrive, this time Blood Liquor's not there. There's nobody waiting for you at the entrance to the park. But you know there's a path you can walk.
So we walk.
Blink on, Eyes of the Beast. Nobody around, right? No kind?
When you use Eyes of the Beast, you don't see any kind.
No, I look around for kind first.
No.
Because it is a breach.
It's funny because the kind generally avoid this park at night. They can't tell you why. But like with werewolves in general, they get nervous sometimes. And this is not an area where kind feel comfortable after dark. Daytime, they don't mind. But
Yeah.
after dark,
Yeah, good. Fuck them. I blink on Eyes of the Beast then.
Okay. Looking around, you don't really see any movement. You're almost kind of suspicious that you're not getting an escort this time. But yeah, it's clear.
Yeah.
I want to do Sensi Unseen.
Okay. You're going to be rolling from a sheet here.
Something hiding from me?
Hey, you're going to find out, right? So, one thing to say is werewolves don't have that same ability.
No, but other
Since the
things
unseen,
might.
since it's a pushed one, you're going to do resolve all specs.
Okay. I'm actually going to rouse for an additional bonus. Got a little bit hungrier, but that's okay. Ooh, that's going to be a willpower.
Your beast, though, is you got them. You should drink from them.
No.
If you ever tasted the lupine's blood, I haven't, and you haven't.
I can't get past the smell. Now shut your whore mouth.
Shut your poor mouth. Let me make a note. I remember that one.
Oh, I'm still pissed at my beast.
Well, no shit. Anyone good friends with their beast?
What was your success?
3.
You see the ley line.
I see the ley line. Okay.
There's actually a convergence point here. There's a couple of them. You think 3, might be a 4th one. One's pretty dim. You're not sure, but there seems to be a convergence here of multiple ley lines. Might explain why the lupine are guarding a car in there if it's got multiple intersections. But other than that, nothing here at the entrance to the park.
I want to keep it up as I'm walking.
Okay.
If I happen to notice something.
As you're following the path, what you got, Locke?
Let me take the lead. If you can bring up the rear.
Sure.
Okay. Activate.
Who's bringing up the? I thought Jimmy wanted to bring it.
Do I?
I'm not sure. Whatever.
You're not sure
I
what?
can activate it.
I was going to take the lead. That's fine.
This is all
Yeah,
mine.
she wants to. Well, I mean, you do have heightened senses. Cormaine wanted to take the lead on the front. Y'all go jostle who gets to walk first.
I'm the one who can see in the dark. If you would like to make this, if you want to go in the front, go ahead. But maybe you want the person who can see in the dark going first. I don't know.
It's up to you.
Boss.
Whatever.
As you go through the park, I assume you're heading to the place you did last time, the low amphitheater area. You don't. The place is devoid of ghosts, first of all. Not a one.
That's interesting.
Not a one. It's completely clear of ghosts. The only thing supernatural that you see the whole trip is the ley lines. For your eyes of the beast, you think you catch a glimpse once in a while of someone or something moving, but it's never close. It's always at the fringes and some of the off the trail in there and off the walked area of the park, in trees, sometimes not in the trees. It's like they're deliberately hiding.
Yeah. They're keeping their distance.
But when you arrive at the amphitheater, the last time you were there, it was all the lupine were there. This time, it's empty. There is a bonfire going in the middle. It's far enough away, I'm not making you raw Shrek yet. But sitting by the bonfire is a lupine you recognize. And she is in human form. It's an old lady. She's not bent with age. You can tell she's old, but she's got that strength and that hale kind of a look that she's old and wise, but not weak. And she is sitting by the bonfire. Just seems like she's warming herself up.
Oh. Who wants to take lead now? That everyone can see.
I smell you. Oh! You don't like the fire. Oh, children. Sense the beast and the worm. I will leave my fire, though it warms my bones. And Mother gets up, and for the way she talks and her voice of warming the bones, you don't see a hint of that frailty as she gets up. And she doesn't come completely away from them. She moves away a bit. It's not going to be close enough to Rorschach you, but close enough that you're going to be nervous. The beast is not noisy, but disquieted. And she stops right about that edge and she stands there and just, her silver hair, you can see the fire glinting off her silver hair. It's actually, it's interesting with the lights, but it's still fire.
I'll approach.
Okay? You were good to me.
I am.
Come, children, come,
I
children.
step forward.
Step forward.
I'm glad you made it. I'm old. Tired. She grins a little when she says it. We heard Nathan is gone.
Yeah. It's sad.
Vitel took him.
Yes.
Our alliance was with him. We did have an agreement with Vitel, but obviously that's gone. So, what I must ask, where do we stand, monsters of the world?
We don't have anything against you right now. We would like to continue the alliance, especially since we still have the Black Spiral Dancers and Malik to deal with.
Well, that particular agreement was separate from the Nathan agreement, of course. We have our own agreement between us to work together to solve that problem. But the main alliance which we had, which was, of course, involved blood liquors services, and this, shall we say, not making an example of the death walkers in the cities, shall we say. We did make examples of those who come in the park. Is our park to be respected?
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't see any reason why anything should change.
We knew Nathan for a long time. He had been here for a few generations of our kind here. We don't know you as well. There are some in my pack who advise caution. There are some in my pack who advise destruction. Some advise peace. The decision is mine. But what leader would I be if I don't listen?
I know that Stanford would like to keep things the way they are. I personally am trying to maintain Nathan's legacy for what it's worth.
There were other aspects to our agreement that you probably are not aware of course.
Very much so.
And some parts died with Nathan. It's not for me to share. It was the promise I made to him. Other parts of it, I understand you'll hold our domain, as you call it, our range, where my pack runs. Will you require blood liquor services still?
It would be useful if she's willing.
It's not a question of whether she's willing. It's whether a question of we can come to an arrangement of sorts.
I would really like to come to an arrangement. If there was, anything that Nathan was providing, we will attempt to provide it.
The big thing Nathan provided with blood liquor was the information shared between blood liquor, George, as you call him, and what was his name? Her. That's right.
Tabitha.
The information shared between the three, that was the arrangement with blood liquor.
I don't see any reason why that can't continue.
There was also, from time to time, certain things that we needed help with. When it comes up, we'll let you know. It's never anything major. Sometimes it's minor things, but we unsettle mortals sometimes, and some of us more than others. The Kern is off limits, though. That rule will stay. And I've been told the ley lines are shifting. I don't see them most days, but they're shifting. If you find out why, tell me. And what do you wish in return?
I will probably have to discuss the details with the prince. However, like I said, I think we would just like to see things continue the way they were. So, is there anything that you were providing Stanford that you can tell us about that would be useful? Or Nathan?
Information was a big one. There were a few other things we watched for. Mainly those who smelled of death with a worm. Those who, I believe he called them thin-blooded. They smelled of it, but not of it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like watered-down death. Very odd.
Okay.
We helped with that. Okay. The big problem is the trust will take time.
I understand.
We did not ally with Nathan for years at first. It was really convenience.
Well, we don't want to. We don't want to see things change. We would like to continue with it the agreement with the way it has been. It's been beneficial to both parties. I think we can also have a long, useful relationship.
For now, you can tell your prince. And that if he is prince of this city, I wish the funding on this part to stay the same. I don't need budget cuts that will come and reduce the cleanliness the way Gaia would wish it to be. If he is prince, he can use his influence to keep policy as it stands.
I think that can probably be arranged.
We will work for now.
I'm happy for that.
For now. But make sure he will respect our part. That will not change. Your kind in here, uninvited, will die. We will not interfere beyond our territory with your kind. And I will keep those of my pack under firm control in that. But I cannot control them if your kind come here unbidden. The separate issue of the Black Spiral Dancers we will, of course, address as we can. We've been watching them, and they've been staying mostly in their little section. The problem is that the odd one of your kind, he's found a way to slip in and out without us seeing it. Because we watch, and he comes in. Then he comes in again. And later on again. Now it is possible he's getting away with that shape change that your kind do. But
there are other ways to.
Be warned, we watch, but we don't know what he's doing when he leaves. And this Black Spiral Dancers are planning something. I don't know what. But they are less active than I've seen them in years. Normally we have clashes, skirmishes perhaps, the best way. If the time comes, I hope I can count on your prince to lend assistance in dealing with this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, children.
I don't know the protocol. Do we shake on it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we could. The old ways of swap blood, but you don't have blood. So how do you do that? And I would not want my blood tainted by your kind, and I'm sure your kind doesn't want my blood in you. I heard it does odd things to your types. So we will go the old
I'm
ways.
thinking the beast is going, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, just a little taste.
Just a little taste.
You just love to taste the lupine.
Just get one sip. Just one sip.
Word and word. Like bound in the old days.
Fair enough.
None of my people bothered you on the way in?
No, we didn't see anybody.
Good, dear father. Well, we have some rabble rousers that sometimes...
Don't we all?
Your rabble rousers do not try to tear you limb from, or tear people limb from... Well,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, some do.
Yeah.
Some do.
Yeah.
Well, the night's chilly
You-
for me
Yes.
tonight. It's not even. It's June. It's not chilly at all.
No.
But she's like, it's chilly. I'm going to my fire.
She's putting on a show.
Would
Yeah.
you care to join me at the fire?
No thanks.
What if we could?
Be well, Mother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Thank you, children, for speaking with me. You find it. She didn't call you children last time. She's changed. Her opinions changed a bit. Of course, Nathan is gone. And she goes right back to the fire and plops down and kind of stretches out on a
And
bench
we leave.
beside it. And as you go to leave the park, it's a little more movement locked than you were coming in with.
And I'm still seeing ley lines.
Yeah, they're. You've been seeing them long enough. They're starting to not be visible anymore. You're kind of starting to filter them out because
Because they're just there.
They're
all
just
the-
there,
all
yeah.
the time.
But you're noticing you're getting a little more.
Quicken the step just a little bit.
Yep. The lock makes an uncomfortable sound and just starts moving faster.
Just get closer to the exit. You can see up ahead. Here's a couple figures waiting on you.
Of course there is.
Standing right across the path. They're just kind of holding up trees and holding up benches and light posts, and you know they're holding up.
Yeah.
How many of them?
4. They're human form. You don't know if they're punks, lupine.
Yeah. Just keep going. But
A woman's voice calls out as you get close. Where you think you going, Leech?
we've been given safe passage by Mother.
Well, you know, Leech, maybe you have and maybe you haven't. Mother, are you around here? I don't see Mother. How do I know your diseased kind didn't do something?
'Cause it's Mother. Like we could take her on.
Can't trust your types, bunch of leeches.
And if Mother finds out that some people she just made a deal with went missing when she knows...
I mean, is that how we handle it? You gonna go tattle, run to mommy, and
Yeah, fuck yeah.
They were mean.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I thought you
I wanna
leech
see her
types
whoop
had a
your
little bit
ass.
more than that. I tell you what. By all means, we'll let you pass. We'll be seeing you. And the woman just kind of tosses her black hair up over her shoulder and kind of looks at the people with her, the 3 guys with her, or 2 guys with her. And they just kind of wander off and fade off into the off to the side. Oh yeah, they're not going to
Punk-ass
push
bitches.
it. They're not going to push it in the park,
No.
but there is another faction, obviously, with the lupine now that Nathan's gone, that are getting a little bolder.
Punk-ass bitches. Whatever.
Yes.
Punk ass bitches, is
Punk
that?
ass bitches. That's exactly
Are they punk ass bitches
Or
they
bitch ass punks?
punks.
No, if you lead with the punk and then follow with the ass bitches, that's not a good thing.
Well, neither's bitch ass punks or punk ass bitches. Neither one's good.
Neither's good, but yeah.
But that is a complication you guys didn't have last time.
No.
Do we get a good look and description of the ones there? That
The woman you definitely did. The other 2, Katie would be able to recognize again if she saw them.
Okay.
Because with actually they were up against by the lamppost and everything. You all got a decent enough
Decent look at them.
that you know what they'd look like.
You said it was 4 of them or 3?
3.
One woman, 3 men.
Yeah. 1 woman, 3 men. Though one of the men took off immediately when the woman started acting all tough. He didn't want to be party to it. You know, one thing to stand there and look tough. It's another thing to actually try to go against mother's wishes.
Yep.
And some will have a different feeling than others. So y'all get out of the park at this point. You're clear. They don't seem to be following you now, but
We need to see Stanford.
Let's check the vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're heading to Stanford.
Okay.
vehicle's right where you left it.
I know. I'm checking inside of it too.
We're gonna
And under.
search it.
Okay. Yeah, searching intelligence awareness, or wait a minute. Let me think. If you've got a better idea for it, go ahead and throw it at me.
Intelligence and awareness works.
Yeah.
You know, you can. If you got a better one, do it. If not, go with that one. Whoever has the highest can roll and get the bonus die. Who has the highest?
Okay.
I have.
I
5.
got 6.
How many you got? Whoever has the highest, Lance.
No. Highest dots.
Who has the highest?
In which?
Intelligence and
Awareness.
awareness.
Three for each.
So
I got
6 or
6.
6. So either Lance or Jim can roll
Jim's
with a
gonna
bonus
roll.
die.
A bonus die?
A bonus die. You still only get one for a whole bunch of people doing it. So 7 dice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why don't you let me roll?
Yeah, because my rolls are always so spectacular.
Oh, they are spectacular in the wrong direction.
Epically awesome.
Oh.
6. 6.
Nice.
You don't find any kind of bugs or anything. You do find,
God damn
like
it!
on the underside of the bumper, on the bumper itself, onto the chrome of the bumper,
Yeah.
somebody's claw or scratched in leech.
Fuckers! Now I need a new car.
You don't.
So all they did was
It's fine.
Oh,
No,
Somebody
whole
was
new
just,
car.
you know,
Not just
defacing your
Look,
car.
look.
It was in an area that you wouldn't notice it right away, but there's no doubt you wouldn't end up realizing it was on there.
just add-
Probably after other people saw it.
We just add a letter in front of it, like it can be bleach or fleech.
No.
No, Locke, it's on there so that they know other people will see it. You guys will eventually see it.
Next time we're
But
taking
there's certain
your
things
car.
the Inquisition.
Oh.
There's certain keywords the
yeah,
Inquisition.
we got to
knows
get that
about.
buffed out.
I can just take the bumper off.
Yeah, you could.
All right, Lily. What?
We'll just get it buffed off.
No, but we're going to
Can
be
you-
driving to Stanford and parking the car.
We can actually take it to the club and take his car to Stanford's.
Or you can just. I'm
Call
sure y'all can figure
someone.
out a way to cover up the scratch for now on the drive. Somebody's already said she's got duct tape in the damn truck or in
I
the
got
vehicle in her
duct tape.
handbag.
I got nails.
You've always got duct tape.
Yeah, I've always
Let's
okay.
slap some duct tape on it for now.
That's actually in her
Duct tape.
backpack at all
Yeah.
times.
It is in my inventory.
I make a phone call.
Who you going?
The phone. The special Prince line.
Okay.
We're going to do that in the car.
Okay.
And I'll just
Just
start.
say inbound.
The voice on the other end, you've heard actually. It's you haven't heard him in a while. He was a limo or a driver at one point. Mr. Skaggs has reappeared apparently.
Mr. Skaggs. I don't remember Mr.
Skaggs?
Skaggs.
Nathan.
That was Nathan's driver.
Oh, that's
The few
right.
times he left.
That's right.
Skaggs. You know, with his missing like 4 or 5 of his
That's
front teeth.
right,
He's
yeah.
only got like
He had
3
the
in
messed
whole
up
front of his grill. Yeah, like 3 whole teeth. 2 up, 1 bottom. But they're not like, you know, it's like 2 here and then 1 over here. It's really...
Hey, Skaggs. Long time.
Yeah. Okay.
Let him
incoming.
Let him know we're coming.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
No, I don't have throat cancer. No. This is Batman. No. So you're doing the ride over to Stanford's.
I'm not getting any words. All I'm hearing is.
I'm going to have a kindred at some point look at you guys and go, just cause. Just like,
All I'm seeing is fists.
yeah. Now, remember talking about table talk though. I told Relin last night, at some point, when you see Dorian, he's going to be the Count from Sesame Street.
I can't wait. I can't
He
wait.
will answer the door.
what I said.
One kindred at the door.
I got tonight. Last time I had Bela Lugosi, and I'm not sure who the last one was.
He was
The
shifting.
first one was Bela Lugosi.
There was
Maybe
Leslie
it was.
Nielsen.
Maybe it was. No, I'm not talking about the previous times. That was when he had the white hair. It might have been Christopher Lee.
You showed up once and he had Warlord's outfit.
Yeah.
That's
Dracula Unchained.
Yeah.
Dracula Unchained.
You don't know who he was turning into this time.
I'm thinking it might have been the Christopher Lee one.
Waiting for Vampire Hunter D. Dracula.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
But yeah, the Count from Sesame Street will answer the door at one point.
But that's not Dracula.
Doesn't matter. He's losing
Take
his
the
mind.
car, Lily. Nothing will happen to the car, Lily.
It's a bumper.
No, you notice she said,
So
Let's-
wait, if you're
let's
gonna
just
get rid of
drive.
it
Let's just
altogether, like
The car or the
No.
bumper.
you notice though.
Locke's gonna have a bumper in the basement just cause. I mean, don't want to throw it away. It's a bumper. It's chrome. I might be able to sell it.
But you notice the bumper is scratched. She needs a new car.
that's what
That is a Torador thing
Yes,
to do
it
right
is.
there.
I mean, the
My bumper got scratched. New car.
and Locke's
She's
like,
she's already shopping in her mind.
A car.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she doesn't have her cell phone up going.
I'm driving.
Yeah,
Steve
you know
can
what?
drive.
Steve, take the wheel. And Steve, the wheel.
Shopping.
She's looking through CarMax.
CarMax?
No.
No.
Mercedes.
Audi.
What about Tesla?
Not enough dots yet for Bugatti.
How about Tesla?
Ooh.
But you can't put but her and like one other person.
An
You
X.
can't- Yeah.
But they drive themselves.
They
You can see people sleeping in their car going
Really
60
want
miles an
to
hour
be
down
in
the
a
road.
Self-driving car.
No.
That could be tracked. So, oh my God, the Inquisition would love you in that. Oh, self-driving car is going to bring them to our place. You just get driven right to the safe house.
Okay, so anyway. Driving to Stanford.
So we head to Stanford.
Can we wits awareness on the way?
Yes,
I
of
would
course you
love
can.
To.
You've got to wits awareness on the way.
Yes.
Because this is some bad mojo.
1, 2, 3 from Locke.
Two.
4.
4 and 4. The 4 and 4. As you're pulling away from Rock Creek Park, you two notice, not in the park, but near the park, something you've seen before, the very odd-shaped shadow. The shadows aren't quite setting like they should in
La
one spot.
Sombra again.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it, like, it wasn't close to your vehicle, but it was close enough to see you guys go to the vehicle.
So either we have our favorite La Sombra following. You know, Locke actually wants to like her. She's like, fuck, I wish that we weren't like
Hostile.
we could have fun. Like, we could do a thing. I bet we could hang. But we have a working relationship. So
Why don't you bake her a cake?
they don't eat cakes.
Working. Trying to figure out how the working relationship
Well,
would
we're
work.
both technically like, you know, Scourge, Sheriff,
They all work for me.
co-workers. We're kind of like
yeah, but
co-workers.
I don't really see her as the happy hour type.
No.
No, it's not. It's like, well, it's kind of like, but I bet we
She
could
would be like more burned down the city.
So it could be
type.
her, or we know there are other La Sombra in the city.
Right.
Yeah, I think
There
this
are
might be
others.
Because there was the
Like
one that was
something
the one
else.
that showed up at the Madam's Tower.
And just because we haven't seen them doesn't mean they don't exist.
And Felix mentioned it again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you recall, the first time you actually spoke with Victoria, she said we.
Mm-hmm. She did.
Unless she thinks she's the royal we.
Yeah.
She might.
She might. Toodles.
Love that. Awesome.
Sweet. Okay, so we saw a lot of La Sombra, but we don't know which one.
So you arrive at the current hideout of Stanford.
Is the garage open?
It opens up
Okay.
as you guys
Pull
get
in.
there.
Pull in.
When you get inside, of course, guess who's on door duty again tonight? Glenn.
Glenn, hi Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
A nod.
Really?
How's
I could be out like doing things, and I'm door duty again. Yo, Q, hey, talk to him, please.
Okay,
I can't keep. I'm not the door guy.
I know.
I mean, I'm going to answer the door at some point. He holds up his chainsaw, and I'm going to answer the door. And it's not going to be pretty, but I'm getting stir crazy.
I'll put in a word for you.
Thanks. I got to go check on my boys, and make sure they ain't burning down that part of the city.
All right.
It's killing me, man.
All right.
You know where he's sitting.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah, you know where he's sitting.
Got it.
Okay. So you get inside, go into the depth of the townhouse. That still amazes you because it's really 4 or 5 townhouses where they just gutted the interior of all of them and left up some support beams to make them all look like, to keep it from falling apart. But it's just a giant cavernous townhouse. So it's a cave in a townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Stanford's sitting there. He's not on a pseudo throne. He's at a little desk he's had set up to the side. He seems to be writing in a notebook or a journal of some kind.
Just wait.
He's
Okay.
Then he goes back to finishing up writing, and he closes the journal. Hey, well. Good to see you.
Good evening.
Good evening, Prince.
We have some information.
Okay.
I'm going to allow
I'm all ears.
the sheriff.
Is that still said? I keep asking.
That works.
That works.
Oh, I'm all ears.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
I'm still trying to pick up these things.
You're
I'm
doing
all
well.
ears.
The first one should be yours because they came to see you.
Okay, well, I was going to say yours is far.
Oh,
more
okay. We'll go with mine then. Okay. Mother invited us to the park tonight.
She did.
Yes. We're still alive.
I see that. I'm curious.
She wanted to talk about the Alliance.
I'd hoped to speak with her or have someone speak with her, so I'm glad you got to speak.
Yeah, I didn't, not knowing what your, completely what your position is, I went with, we would like to see things continue the way they have been.
That's a fair assessment.
Okay, that's what I went
You
with.
did not overstep on that. And what was her response?
She pretty much the same way, more words, but, we'll continue the rat patrol, the sharing of the information. Am I missing anything?
She wants her park.
Oh yeah, she wants you to make sure that her park's funding doesn't get cut by the government.
That we still respect.
Karina about that.
That we respect her boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we go into the park, we get killed.
Uninvited.
I mean, that's not a problem anyway. The way I look at it is if any kindred are dumb enough to step into a lupine-controlled park,
They deserve to die.
they deserve what's going to happen, and you're just cleaning up some of our dumber
Yeah.
Specific,
brethren.
So
specifically, the deal with blood liquor is that information gathered by Tabitha and George will be freely exchanged.
yep. That's the way it was, and that's the way that she wants to continue.
Interesting. There's some things I would not want to be shared, but if we don't share it, we don't know what she knows, and tentatively we agree. I wish we wouldn't have to deal with them. I wish we could wipe them from the park. But we couldn't without ecclesiastical notice. We do not need that at this time, so maybe the thin blood thing coming, maybe that might help us a little. I don't know. Hopefully, that would be fun.
The Black Spiral Dancers, eventually she will ask for possibly our assistance.
We already had that agreement with her.
But that was... It's a separate...
Actually, your agreement
Yeah.
was for you guys, not
Yeah.
the prince.
Yeah.
She
Oh no,
has
that's
the
right.
brackets.
Okay. Yeah.
That's us. That's our
Yeah.
thing.
I figured that wouldn't really be a problem because we all want them out of the city.
While I wasn't prince at the Smithsonian incident, that was bad for business and bad for
Bad for everyone.
the first tradition, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be willing to assist, for sure. Not me, of course, but I'm sure we could find suitable fodder if it came to it.
Yeah.
We could thin out the thin bloods, worst comes to worst.
Yeah. Damn it, I actually was going to
Yeah,
say
that's
that.
exactly what. Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay. So,
Thank you for your notes.
Stephen and Felix came by and saw me earlier this evening. Felix.
And are they alive?
Yes,
Or
they are.
dead?
They're still existing. Felix wants to switch sides.
Ventrue?
Mm-hmm.
They
He wants
always were
Primogen.
spineless at times, weren't they? They talk like they're in charge and they're so noble and they're so above everyone, but they're the first to
Jump
turn
ship.
face. My own Sinshaw has done the same before too. So.
Yes. So he would like to be considered for Primogen, and he will openly announce why that you are more appropriate to back.
Sheriff and Hound, do you trust him? What say you?
Well, I think he's a opportunistic son of a bitch.
He does have interests in the city.
Yeah.
He did tell us that. Financial and business.
Didn't we already promise Primogen to Karina?
At one point, yes, but with the loss of Nathan, she would be Sinshaw, and you cannot be Primogen and Sinshaw because she will sit in for me at Primogen Council from time to time as my proxy. She cannot be both.
Okay.
So,
All right.
there would be. I hadn't decided if there would be a Ventrue Primogen.
Do I trust him? I don't trust any of us.
Claim before sect, my boy.
I know, exactly.
So one thing that was interesting that he said was that they were fed bad information. They did not know you were a thing, which is funny because we'd already started making you a thing around the city. So whoever in the tower, I don't know, they kept saying tower twice. I didn't understand.
Did he say there's tower and then there's tower?
That's what he said.
Yes.
I know who sent her. That was a key word. Thank you for the information.
So
Who would that have been?
Factions. You wouldn't know them, but let's just say the group I represent, or I'm here with the backing of. We have our opponents. We have others who like to shit stir and drive wedges. And then we have the ones who like to throw a rock in the room and see what happens. I think the third group would be the ones who backed her. A test could be to get rid of somebody they didn't want. Could be a double blind, but definitely not my supporters. And that's as far as I can go for this one.
Well, I don't know enough about Felix to say whether I really think that he is DC Primogen material, but
I think we don't have a lot of them. And I kind of like the fact that, you know, he was open with some information and, you know, it could always be solved later if he doesn't work out.
and you know, Stephen seems like a decent enough sort.
I like Stephen.
Primogen?
I say he'd be an asset.
Do you trust him?
Do I trust anyone?
Mr. Perry? Primogen, of course. I will not besmirch your title. You are Primogen in my court.
I don't know him well enough to say, although I dislike his excessively flowery language and manner of speech.
He's a venturer. Why use 5 words when you can use 10? It also lets them weasel out commitments from time to time. So, I will not promise him permission. It's only 2 venturer and 1 my sin child. He would be primogen of himself.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes to it, I may be willing to give him a spot. I'm surprised he has the guts to ask, though. With what I did to the last Ventrue primogen,
Oh yeah, he was aware.
But he is. Venture haven't forgiven me for that one.
Mm-hmm.
He said something about that.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I blew them up.
Well, I mean, I know you blew it up. It was, cool, but he said something about it specifically. I can't remember.
You thought what you did with Velvet? Small explosion. I blew him up. The building, the neighboring building, the foundations even cracked. It was glorious.
Locke starts flipping through her notes.
So, is that where we stand?
Okay. I will advise him of your decision.
Yeah. Pretty much. You have some news too.
I spoke with Tabitha and Art. Tabitha understands the situation, that I will be responsible for her, and Art supports you.
So, with Art on my side, that leaves, and Felix and Stephen, of course, switching sides. The sheriff eliminated. Leaves Vanessa's supporters as Cassandra, and she will be dealt with. Rachel, which I've been assured by the Torador Primogen will be dealt with. And that's it. Perfect. I'll start making arrangements for I feel that Vanessa will be taking a trip shortly. Back to whence she came.
Mm-hmm.
Or, if she doesn't want to do that, when she shows herself, she'll take a different trip. Back to where we all go in the end. Well, thank you. It's been informative. Keep me appraised on the mother situation, please.
You got it. I would like to say one thing.
Yes.
I want to put in a word for what's his name?
Glenn.
Glenn. He needs a break.
Is she complaining about doormen again? Look, I put Amos there one night. And he wouldn't shut up about what the neighbors and the people walking down the street were doing.
He loves people.
If I put George there, the rat patrol is not properly managed. So my choices are Glenn,
I told him I would try. I tried.
Tell him I will put some thought into a different doorman. I'll come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of a few that would be amusing.
Maybe
Greatest burglar of all time. Answering my door.
that would be funny.
But you drive me crazier than he is.
Maybe you can get Velois to let you borrow Cone.
Oh.
Or Chaz.
It's not like he really does anything else.
We shall see. That would a rotation of punishments. Those who have displeased me
Get to watch the door.
watch the door. I will eventually have, of course, some of my own
Yeah.
ghouls. I just ran light after the unpleasantness that happened in Rhode Island.
I understand.
Well, do they say that's a thing?
Yes.
Then that's a thing.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a good evening.
And we leave.
And it's time, yep, you guys take and leave.
That
I
was a
think
night.
right here would be a good point for our break, right?
Yep.
So we're going to go to break, 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and we'll resume, Strange Bedfellows. I mean, now part of your Bedfellows, right? Is that the strange ones, though?
Oh, I forgot to mention the possible rabble-rousing faction in Mother's group.
Yeah.
You go back and tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to stop the break now because he's backing up on that.
I get a little
That's the
retarded
important one.
sometimes.
So you go back and Stan was like,
I forgot something.
rabble rousers?
Yeah. Yeah, on the way out, Mother said, you got coming and going, and there's apparently a faction since Nathan has gone that feels a little more bolder now in her group. So, we'll see.
Good to know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's good to know.
I felt you should know about that.
I'll make sure that Amos and Glenn keep an eye for,
Rebel rousing.
yeah, outside of their area, doing things that they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he really does have to get off door duty.
They
Yes, he does. If I have to smell that chainsaw oil one more time.
Anyways, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Getting in the car.
Back to the car. And there was where we'll take our break.
Yes.
10 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll find out the rest of what happens. Welcome back from break. We're going to continue episode 2 of Vengeance Waits, DC by Night Chronicle. This one is still Strange Bedfellows. Question is, have you met the Strange Bedfellows yet? I mean, a Lupine Alliance is one, but let's see how this one goes. We've decided that Coteries, we're going to skip a little time because not every day is a day-to-day thing. It was Tuesday the 19th. You've returned from the meeting with Stanford. We're going to pass some time for a couple of days. I'll tell you what day until. But what is everyone going to be doing on the off days? You're working with your armor friend to get equipped. In between that, you're also talking with Lily's tailor to get fitted, sized, measured.
For suits.
All the suits.
Both of them.
Locke is doing, she is going through the neighborhoods and checking, like, the drop situation for all the drop addicts.
Okay, trying to get some work on that. And are you working, trying to get hold of a jeweler to make you a special thing to hold your vial of dust?
Somebody's going to buy me one.
Yeah, I already had my...
They make those. You can go to, like, just to a regular old... dead.
You can buy them off Amazon.
But I
You
don't
can buy
think
them off
the
Amazon.
Torador sitting there is going to let you wear just a fucking cheap $10 Amazon necklace. I mean, come on.
I'm sure you can fight. They sell them, like,
Oh, you can
from
get someone to
Etsy.
get them, but she can get them nicely made.
Yeah, from the clears.
I got my manager to handle it. It should be arriving in 3 days.
And Quartermain, what are you doing in these?
It's being
couple days?
custom made.
Just copying? You're going to focus copying. So, I'm not going to make you Rawls check for each day because that'd get insane.
Mhm.
The 20th rolls around, which is a Wednesday. 21st rolls around. That's Thursday. Club opens.
Are we playing this day?
You got something you want to do on the 21st?
The only thing I have that I really want to do is if the entourage of either Chaz or Rachel shows up, I want to convince them to keep an eye on Rachel for me
Okay. Well, you can do
and,
that. If
and
you
report
show
any
up.
activity.
If they show up, that's fine.
Okay.
That's the 21st, which is Thursday. Friday, 22nd. I assume Quartermain at least checks in
Yeah, he'll check
in
on.
between copy and then everyone else is doing the thing. It's the 22nd.
Anybody need me?
Yeah, because you did get your relay set up for your cell
Yeah.
phone coverage on there for
Yeah, nah, bro.
Nabra.
All good.
I don't know what that means.
You lived in California for how long?
Still don't know.
Yeah. So, on Friday the 22nd. Everyone can do one rouse check for this day. That's it.
Can I roll for switch streetwise for looking around?
Yep. Streetwise wins. Yep.
Damn.
Just two. Okay, some of these dice are going away.
They're hitting the punishment box.
Nope, they're going away. They're bad. Okay.
Give me a second to check something here. Not that one, not this one. I've got to sort my character sheets a little better than this because I have them unsorted all fucking to hell. Do you know I don't need a Velvet and Emilio character sheet?
No, you don't. They are dead.
Because they've been murdered. That's what I'm going to start doing is you murder Kindred. I'm just going to throw the sheets over my shoulder.
We haven't murdered that many.
I know, but that's, I mean, it's...
We've murdered enough.
Y'all have got time. Don't worry, you'll be
Does Spider
murdering more.
count?
We didn't murder him. Cone did.
That's true.
Remember?
We don't talk about... I thought y'all weren't talking about that anymore.
No.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Cone murdered him. Remember?
This isn't in games, out character.
We're
talking about what
it's like
happens
Fight
to the
Club.
I had
right?
nothing to do with that. I was just trying to save his ass.
Okay. So, who failed their hunger check?
I did. I'm at 3.
There, it's gone. I am
If John ain't at my
one.
club, I'm
No,
so...
he's at your club. He was at your club Thursday if you wanted to drop down.
Okay.
Because he hadn't been there since Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He was already fuming at Wednesday.
Okay. Oh, I
For
got
those
it.
that
Say
haven't
that
heard
again?
The errata, or the errata, the lingering kiss has changed, and if
It's
they don't
like
get a hit of
really
that kiss
addictive.
every 4 days, they start getting into withdrawals and getting squirrely. So,
Did you say feming?
fuming.
Fiending.
Yeah, fuming for a hit.
Fiending.
Fiending.
Fuming for a hit. I'm fuming. I'm itching for it.
Fiending?
Yes, fuming.
No, fiending.
No, fuming. Trust me.
Trust me not.
Fuming.
Both of you. Seriously.
Hey, fuming.
You all make up so many words all the time.
Hey, chat, you tell me when it fuming or fiending. We'll see what it is.
So does two successes.
I don't know anything about
the
drugs, so I
drop
was like,
addicts?
So you get a general idea. It's a moderate. I mean, you know where they're not in some
Yeah.
places, and you identify a couple, but not a good feel for it. Yeah, John was there Thursday. If you wanted to drop a blood point, you don't want to take too many, but because he would have been there the first night it was open.
Okay, well, can I do back and basically because I failed, I'd end up being at 2 instead of 3?
Yeah,
Because I
you
took
get
a blood
2.
put? Okay.
Because you would have fed on him Thursday night.
Okay.
He would be there Thursday night.
Yeah.
The hard part for him is literally every week you can guarantee he will show up on Thursdays. Every damn week.
No,
will show up
he'll
on
be
Thursdays.
he'll be there. He needs to be there more often than that.
It puts him one day out. He's in withdrawals. So literally he will show up like clockwork every Thursday at opening time.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I get top off.
Every Thursday at opening, he will be there at opening, the first in line. He
I mean,
probably
you know.
lines up midday.
Yeah.
Waiting for the club to
Waiting
open.
for
well, yeah, because he's already a couple of days behind at that
He's
point.
one full day behind.
one
He's
full
on
day
5.
behind.
So he's already,
Begging to get in.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he going to come on Sunday too?
He comes
Or Saturday?
Yeah,
Okay.
he'll be there Saturday. And then, Sunday, Monday,
there.
Tuesday, Wednesday's day 4. Thursday comes around, he's hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Friday night comes around. It's a normal, uneventful Friday night in terms of the kindred. At least normally, the club's hopping. It's a Friday, so come this club's hopping.
Mm-hmm.
VIP's busy. What's Locke doing that night?
Locke is keeping an eye on the floor below.
Yep.
Like
you do a lot.
I do a lot. She goes up to the rafters and just keeps an eye out. 2.
Okay. Steve, what are you doing at the time? Where are you at when it's Friday night, club hopping? I know Lily's working the floor. That's what Lily does. Floor and the main floor and the VIP. She works both.
I work both.
Yeah.
Do the rounds.
Work it. What's Steve doing?
Well, he's finished the big room, the big secret room.
Yeah.
He's kind of not having much to do except,
You catwalking it. You're wandering the VIP.
Poking around Lily's office?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have pause as I go by, but I don't stop. But I am thinking about it.
You want that locket?
I do. I at least want to see it. If somebody
just want to see it a few minutes. You don't have to
see
touch
it.
it. Just see it.
That was a no. Oh.
That was a no.
Well, I don't think he's dumb enough to ask Lily. Can I see that locket?
No. If he is dumb enough, it's still no.
So, where would you be Friday night? Are you on the floor, on the catwalk, at the VIP, in the kitchens? I mean,
Well, I don't want to scare off customers. I'm not going to be on the main floor.
that's a good point.
I might float through VIP and then around the catwalk.
Okay. Quartermain, you're down copying, or are you going to be at the club on the Friday night?
Unless anybody asks me to be there, I am probably going to be working.
Okay.
Between copying and researching.
Night starts off good. Pretty busy. About 1 a.m., you're wandering around, Steve, and you see something you didn't expect. There's a close as you can say an apparition. He's up on the catwalk. He's obviously a soldier of some type. Vietnam era.
God damn it.
You've never seen him before. You don't know anything about
This is a
him.
different one. Then. This is not.
You haven't seen the other one before.
Okay.
I don't think. Did he see?
Yeah, he
you?
saw Jeffries.
Yeah, he's up there.
It's
Okay.
Jeffries. You need to text Quartermain for that.
Thank you. He's here.
Jay's here.
Yeah. I guess it should be somewhat more specific, but yeah.
Yeah, he's here. Who?
Yeah.
Nathan?
Jay's here.
Well, that means that Razor may be around. Okay, I put the work away and I book it over towards the
To
Do
the
you
club?
tell me?
club.
Yes.
Okay. Can I take another look now that I know what I'm looking
No,
for?
you don't have Since the Unseen.
No, I'm looking. I'm not looking.
She's looking for the
I'm
painfully
looking for
plain.
the razor.
Okay, roll witch awareness. Or if you want to go something else, with Streetwise because you're looking for something that stands out. I'll let Streetwise work for that because it'd be something that doesn't.
Same for me.
Okay.
Same for me. 4.
You watch a while, and you eventually do find someone who doesn't look right. They're just too average for the hop-in club. And it's in the oddest place. He's actually sitting at the bar with a drink in front of him, just sitting there with a drink. And every once in a while he puts it to his lips and puts it down. He seems to be looking the crowd watching for somebody, but other than that, it's not moving.
Okay. I guess security.
It's main level. It's not the main bar, it's a secondary bar because there's a couple bars scattered to keep the congregation from. I'm bad about hitting that camera
Yes, you are.
because I'm a flailer.
You need to lean back a little bit.
Okay.
Security.
Yes, Miss Locke.
I need one of you in the kitchen and stay there.
Okay.
Enjoy your long
Do you have
lunch.
a specific one you're going to name to be put to tell the kitchen? Because you've heard.
That's not going to be necessarily a goal.
No, we can put a regular guy
Okay.
in there.
Okay.
Mike,
Okay. So you're going to send him just a regular dude.
Yeah.
just a regular dude.
Okay. So he goes over. I mean, he's in the kitchen. The guy's still sitting there. He hasn't moved.
That's
He hasn't
fine.
gotten up. He's scanning the crowd looking for something.
He is looking for something, someone.
You guys just watch him while you wait for Quartermain?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone let me know?
Yeah,
You've heard, you've probably gotten a text at this point.
Okay.
As soon as she started asking your security to go to the kitchen,
I sent it. What's up?
Yeah, because she would have actually gotten security.
And you would have
there
said plain
first.
dude at bar.
or at bar.
Yeah,
At
what
bar?
would have happened is she would have immediately gotten security into the kitchen.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, that's a good head. But yeah, I was like, okay, what the hell's going on?
So it takes Quartermain about 15 minutes to get from his haven up into the basement of the club. When you come in, I assume you immediately
Do we
go
have
over your
eyes on him?
Yes.
Yes.
all through the little earbud. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he hasn't moved. He hasn't gone anywhere. He hasn't made anything
Secondary
threatening.
bar, main floor.
Okay.
He's looking for someone or something.
Mhm.
Someone.
Is he looking up?
No, he's looking around.
No, he's watching the dance floor.
Oh, he's watching the dance
He's
floor.
watching for anyone approaching him. You can tell that for sure, but he seems to be looking for someone while doing it. He's in a position where it'd be hard to sneak up on him because you couldn't part the crowd in front of him very well. But he's got a good vantage to watch his own back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still not the
Walk
best
right behind
position
the
because
bar.
he's far enough away from the entrance to get in that he's not going to easily get out from where he's at either.
Are there any other exits near
Not
him?
not near him.
Okay.
Not without him literally busting through the kitchen, which you've already stationed somebody for.
That's a success.
Unseen passage?
Unseen passage.
Okay.
And I go up.
Silence of death it's only you. It's not a field around you, so it wouldn't be like this silent area you're walking through. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You go walk over and work the way around the edge of the thing to avoid people?
I'm just gonna go behind the bar.
Okay, right through the kitchen
Yeah.
and behind the bar?
Yeah.
Okay, and the way that it works, the bartender just instinctively avoid you because that's the way the bar
I just
works.
stand right in front of him.
Okay, he's just drinking. Roll your obfuscate plus wits obfuscation for you. Yep. That's yours, and then his would be. I've used him as a sheet forever. But he is a Malcast, so he does have one advantage.
Screw it. I'm gonna drop a willpower.
Let's switch those. Okay, so here. There you go. Roll my dice.
I got 5.
You got 5? Doesn't seem to notice you. He's just sitting there drinking, or faking his drink. You'll notice his drink isn't really going down.
Mm-hmm.
And he's scanning around, looking and waiting.
Evening.
When you say that, you got to be careful. When you say that, you're going to be visible.
Am I?
If you talk loud enough to be heard, yeah. And that's going to pop up and appear at the bar.
Am I gonna wait? No, okay, wait a minute. Am I gonna become visible just by speaking to him?
Speaking loud enough to be heard, yes. You're in a club.
Oh yeah, okay. Damn it! I keep forgetting about the club.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Tap him on the shoulder, we'll see. So you can't do that one either. But you could go into the kitchen, appear, and then come out of the kitchen and walk out.
That was a waste of a good roll.
Well, you know he couldn't see you, though. That gives you at least a little bit of something.
Need me to come down?
I'm just gonna stand. I'm gonna go back and stand in the kitchen. The doorway. Let's try this again. In the doorway of the kitchen.
Okay.
I mean, you could always just wait until whoever he is going to meet shows up, so you get a front row seat.
You don't think he's looking for me, huh?
No, I do not.
I think he's looking for him.
Huh?
I think it's looking for him. Because he was looking for him last time.
He was. Although it seems weird that he would expect Quartermain to walk up to him.
Oh, he knows he got the message.
True.
I'll just stand in the doorway to the kitchen. I'm visible.
Is it visible?
Yeah.
He turns head, he looks at you and goes,
Mm-mm.
picks up his drink, starts walking towards the kitchen.
Now I step back.
Into the kitchen?
Yep.
You follow in. Put your drink down. I'm here to talk.
So talk.
I know you find it strange, but sometimes we do things that we don't enjoy doing, or that we need to do. So, I've come to speak with you, and maybe the rest of your friends, about something that may mutually impact all of us. We can talk, or I can leave. It's up to you guys. You can call your friends or not. I will not murder anybody in the club this visit.
This visit.
And I won't fight my way out unless you try to stop me when I leave. But otherwise, we'll call it a temporary truce.
Follow me
Okay? Where are you taking him?
to the elevator.
To the back elevator to go up to what?
The room.
The conference room.
Conference room? Okay. When you
And I get on the horn conference room.
Okay.
He's hesitant to step in the room knowing that he's in a room with one exit and all of y'all in there. He's like,
You can
if I
set
walk in there,
you
he's
can
gonna
set by
kill me
the
at
you
it.
can set by the door if that'll make you feel better.
I'm Malkavian, but I'm not stupid. That's,
You said
can we talk right here?
you
in the
said
hall?
truce. This is a secure room where nobody can eavesdrop.
Okay.
You said
We can
truce.
do- we can
I'm
do
taking you at your word.
We can do this. You guys in first, please.
I walk in and
Okay.
grab my normal seat, which is the most comfortable one in the room.
I go stand in my corner.
Yep.
Luck holds up a wall near the door.
Steve just stands there going, I'm just evil. And he goes, I don't like you. You don't like me. I'm fine. I don't like any of you. None of you like me. My button's been down for a while. Good thing the mics work, huh? I don't remember pushing my button down now. Oh, I coughed. Oh, well, didn't hear me. So we don't like each other. Sorry for the audio messed up for a while. Oh well.
Your button.
Yeah, Steve's been down too. Steve's been muted the whole time too. Sorry the audio's been messed up. My bad. But at least we know it works. We'll get back to it. I don't like any of y'all. Y'all don't like me. That's fine. Once in a while, we have to work with people we don't want to work with when it's mutually beneficial. I need assistance with something that I think would be in your interest to assist me in dealing with. I know you helped rescue Ivan from his predicament, and he hasn't woken up yet. Unfortunately, they got some information out of him that I would rather not be revealed. I'm pretty sure you don't want revealed either. So, I suggest a truce where we work together to correct this problem.
You're talking about the Inquisition?
Yes. It's not the full Inquisition, but that crazy-ass priest in that building did send his stuff to someone who doesn't know what they've got. And while normally I handle my own affairs, in this case it's going to take more than me to deal with, that I could use assistance.
Where are we talking about?
It's a house just outside of D.C. It's in the burbs, Prince George's County. It looks like...
Ain't nobody going to Prince George's County!
It looks like a normal house, but it's a holding place. Black site of sorts. There's no physical stuff there, but there is some technological equipment that stores data. And while I could easily go in there and wreck the place, I don't know much about computers. So I wouldn't know if it was transferred to somewhere else or not.
Okay.
And while I'm happy going inside and murdering every last individual in there, doesn't solve my particular problem, and it doesn't solve your problem. Now I'm aware we have hostilities between us. And we can resume those later. Well, we will resume them later. But in the meantime, do we want, can we work together?
What was the information? I'm assuming it wasn't like something deeply personal. It's something about all of us, right?
Oh, it was personal. List of Havens.
Oh.
Ivan was a collector of that. I don't know how much they got out of him. But my source, you may have remembered him in the church that night, the man who didn't run. He knew they had Ivan long enough to have possibly gotten it out of him. And since he hasn't woken for me to ask, this is my option. It's as distasteful for me as it is for you.
Who else have you talked to about this?
No one else speaks to me.
Wow.
Yeah. What leads you to think that it's only in this one location? That it hasn't been replicated?
I don't know. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, we can go
I
in.
could go wreck the place, burn the place to the ground, but I wouldn't know if it left.
You might be able to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, this needs to be dealt with. You got a deal.
And when he reaches out, right as he grabs your hand, his Mask of 1,000 Faces drops. And you see the skinless man in front of you. Flayed right as he was embraced. Right before he was embraced. So what you're shaking hands with a person who's had all the skin peeled. And he grins his lipless grin. He goes, "Do you?"
I'm Nos. I've seen worse.
I know. He's doing it to fuck with one person in the room in particular.
Of course he is.
Poor Toreadors.
That's
Well-
okay. I've got nothing to offer for this situation anyway.
Oh,
and I've
you
got
might.
other things to do.
You might have something to offer. You don't know what it's going to take to get into the building.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get close enough to the computer to find out.
You're just gonna have to go and, like, presence the fuck out of them. Just be as Lily as you
As
can.
charming as ever.
You're gonna have to Lily it up.
I've got one of my guys on it.
Okay.
We will. It's the 22nd, it's Friday. The best time would be to hit them tomorrow night.
Okay.
Close to dawn, but not dawn. Not that close, so you would not fall for that trap.
4 a.m.
Or any trap. Oh, too close. I do not want to be anywhere
Okay.
near that place.
2 a.m. 2 a.m.
We will get together.
I run a club. I don't see 2 a.m. as close to dawn. But okay, I get you.
Closer to dawn. Dawn. So, if we can work together, we can work together on it. I'd prefer it.
Okay.
But,
And how long does the truce last?
smart one. You've done this before. Since you asked, 24 hours after we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
That's agreeable.
I can live with that.
Okay. Then I will see myself out without harming your people or
Can you?
the visitors.
Can
Oh,
you?
yes. And he puts back his mask of 1,000 faces so that he's not a skinless kindred sitting there in his house.
You know.
in the club.
Don't want to.
Because he already was
Frighten all-
opening up the door to do that, you
Don't
know.
want to frighten all my
Your
customers.
guards would really get upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Tomorrow at 2.
okay. And he goes to,
He gave us the address.
Yeah.
yeah, he gave you the address and I'll meet you there.
How many people you're bringing with you?
One other.
Okay.
What are we looking at? Who is it? Ghoul, kindred.
A ghoul.
Okay.
I don't associate with many kindred.
Had to ask.
Yes, it'll be a ghoul.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I'm calling the bookstore
Okay.
and leaving a message, so I step over to my office.
You're going to go leave the message that you're supposed to
for
leave? Okay.
Felix. Yeah.
Yep, good.
Because I forgot to do
Good
that
idea.
during our skip.
Do we,
What?
do we want to get Veronica involved?
Victoria?
Sorry, Victoria. Veronica, Victoria, Vanessa. We've got too many V's in this
I know,
town.
we do.
It's either a C, an S, or a V.
Yeah.
VD's everywhere. Oh, wait a minute. That's ball.
You know, I think
I
that if
leave
we-
that up to y'all. Y'all.
I think getting her involved might be a good idea, but we also at that point need to tell Stanford. But I feel like this is a Stanford thing that needs... No.
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 This
It's
is
a
the
sheriff
sheriff
thing.
thing.
Okay. Let's take
And
this.
Stanford's going to trust us
To handle it.
operate on our own volition many
Okay.
times.
All right.
Yeah, it's a masquerade breach. That's definitely in the
Yeah.
Okay.
sheriff's purvey.
So you know what? Fuck it. Let's
Call her in.
You had a number you could call it. Was up.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Actually,
Leave
you
a
could go
number
into
at
the
a
bar.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was. She didn't. She just gave us the name of the bartender. That's what she gave
That's
us.
right.
The bar and the bartender.
I'll go to the bar. Lock.
And
Lock.
tell him it is important
It is important. Got it.
that she come see us first thing tomorrow night.
Okay.
Wait, what time is it? What time of night is it?
Can't be that.
For you guys, it was.
We
well,
just
it was-
woke up.
No, it wasn't. I told you it was about 1:30 when he showed up.
Okay,
well,
so
1:30.
first
And
thing,
so it's close to about 2 at this point. So you
Okay.
got time to go do it. 2,
first thing tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have her show up.
Have her show up at the club.
Yep. So I go to the.
I mean, if you don't want to
The
get her
bar?
involved,
The
we don't
bar.
have to get her involved.
No, I'll
Do you know what
get
kind of bar it is? You haven't seen it, have you?
She asked, and it was like, it's not a lobbyist bar,
She pointed at
but
him.
it's not a trash bar. Oh, that's right.
She
It's
pointed
a
at Preppy Boy.
But
preppy-
he doesn't look
Fuck.
good.
He looks scary now.
Oh,
You're
that's
scary then too. She didn't care.
yeah. I mean, you can just be a lobbyist,
It's more of a congressional staffer kind of a place. Yeah.
man. Okay. You know
Is
what?
he quite dressed for it?
Well, I would be once I get my suit fit.
Yeah, you're probably the better choice than me.
No, your suits would be ready by the next day. It's not like you got to take long.
You got two
They
suits.
making
You
them
got
suits.
one that's more like an everyday type suit, and then one that's a little bit fancier.
So,
So you're gonna go over to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
It is a straight lace, stiff upper leg, fucking high, fucking flute kind of a place where, where the people are sitting in their booths and they're not really being loud and there's no game on TV. There is the Wall Street Journal. There's a whole ticker tape of the day's closing, and I mean, this is the kind of place it is that they're not talking the rest. The China market and everything. Yeah, this is the kind of place it is. But there's people drinking, old bourbon, cognac, those kind of things.
Blush your life.
roll.
Yeah, you want to rouse and blush
Rouse.
your life. That's good.
What shall I? Oh, got hungry.
So what you're hungry at?
2. I'm now at 2.
Beast is like, why bother? They're gonna die anyway.
Yeah, they
Make
will.
it sooner.
Oh, we will.
You're getting closer to me. One day we'll be one, and we'll be completed.
One
So you
day.
go and leave the bartender. The bartender is, he's a bartender, but you haven't seen a bartender in a tux in a while. This is not a cheap bar that she's in, though you find it odd that Miss Toodles would operate out of here.
She liked the name.
Yeah.
So you leave a message to have him.
Yeah.
Okay. You're getting the side eye even dressed in the suit because I mean, they
That's
don't
an
know you.
expensive suit.
Well, no, they don't know him.
Oh.
This is the kind of place most of the people know who the others are because normally when they're in here drinking, they're doing deals
Yeah.
or leveraging.
You could do some deals while you're here.
He looks kind of like he plans to murder them.
Yeah.
I'm
Wouldn't be
sure
a
there's
bad
a few
deal
of them in
for
here.
them.
Oh, there are a few. But yeah,
Predator amongst predators,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I should pass pretty much unnoticed.
Yep. So there you go. They come back to the club at your message. He's like, okay, can you leave? You're scaring customers.
Sure.
And as you're leaving, he goes, at least it wasn't her. Somber scares customers too, but
Yeah.
different ways.
Different ways.
Yeah, they have the predator trait naturally too. So, as you leave and head back, okay, and the rest of the night, I mean, that was pretty late. You guys gonna sit and strategize? Do you trust?
No, I'm going to feed.
Okay, well that you can do that in your club.
I can do that in my club.
You also know that
Do I-
Saturday opening Saturday, John will be back. Your blood doll.
It's okay. You still gotta wake up. Yeah.
And she's only at 2.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna hurt him pretty bad to take 2 off him if you
He
feel
can
your
he
bowels
can
roll.
sleep it off while I'm gone.
He's going to be anemic. You're going to drive him anemically dead.
We're gonna give him some orange juice and some cookies afterwards.
Lily gives all the boys cookies.
He's starting
No,
to
I
get
thought
like
she
this.
gives the milkshakes.
He's starting to get a weird fetish for orange juice and like cookies.
I thought her
What kind of
milkshake brought all
Chips
the boys
Ahoy or
together.
Oreos?
Chips Ahoy.
The soft ones or the crunchy
The
ones?
soft. Oh. Yeah. The soft batch cookies.
I like the crunchy ones.
So, what are y'all doing the rest of the night? Strategizing, discussing. Do you trust him? Do you got any plans you want to put into effect beforehand?
Can we look at?
My plan was Victoria. that's
That's an
my
interesting
that's
plan.
my counter
That's an interesting plan.
because she cannot be seen.
I can't take my guys because it's a Saturday night.
Nope.
I can't. They have to stay at the club to keep an eye on
Yeah.
the club.
Can we what?
Don't worry.
Look at the place.
Between the four of us, we
like,
can take Razor
on
and
the
one
internet?
Ghoul.
Yeah, Google
Please.
Maps.
Yes.
Yes.
Granted.
Could you do the thing?
Let's
But
do the
safely.
thing.
I can look up shit on Google Maps. I'm not that bad.
What?
But I don't know how to do it
State your
securely.
concern.
But what if he's working with them?
Well, then we kill him.
And we still got to deal with whoever is in the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a spare backpack?
You were the queen of backpacks.
I only have
No,
one.
no. I know where she's going.
I probably could dig one up.
We may need something like that because we're going to want to clean this place when we're done.
Yeah.
Good point.
Do we have time?
It takes a little bit longer than one day to make a backpack.
Yeah.
Backpack bomb. Especially considering most
Okay,
of
then
this
don't-
bomb-making equipment, y'all did what you could to get the fuck out of the area because of the ATF.
Well, we can always just burn the place down.
Yeah.
Good old-fashioned arson.
Gasoline and friggin'
Yeah.
light it up.
Car full of gas rammed right into the building. That always works, too. It's a little messy.
I do need
Get
a
some.
new car.
Yeah, the one you got's ruined. We may as well ditch it.
That's a hell of a way to get a new car. They're stolen and run through a building on fire.
Report it stolen and then it ended
Toyoters
up
can't even just sell it. They
it's
have
gonna-
to like get
it's
on
gonna
the
draw
news
Yeah,
that they got rid of a
attention.
car.
My car was stolen.
Doesn't matter. Any police attention we want to try to stay away from.
Yeah.
I know.
I think a little house burning down is fine if they have a lot of electronics. That makes fire
Short
shit.
amount.
Like right, that they could short out and make a fire.
You could, but
I mean, just get one of those like strips, like, and you plug like a bunch of the things in, and then a bunch of like. We're not going to do that. We're just going to make sure it's kind of there, and they can draw their own conclusions.
Fire investigators are not that dumb.
No.
Well, maybe we'll just
okay,
burn it down.
We'll get one of the 1950s era space
Arson
heaters.
and just fucking
Yeah,
burn it down.
let's just go straight arson, okay?
Yeah, but
Let's not try to
It's
get.
PG County.
as long as it's not kindred arson, we're fine.
Right. And who's to know the difference?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
PG County.
Apparently, a
Stuff lights on fire there all the time.
70-foot plume.
They
It
do
just
it
lit
for the
itself on
insurance.
fire. I mean, itself on fire.
You know,
so
at the very worst, Lily can do her thing on somebody to make them do it for us.
That is true.
As long as they don't get hurt by it, yeah.
It'll be a
Yeah,
little
'cause
too
they're not
late to
gonna
worry
get
about
hurt.
They're
that.
not going to do things that'll hurt themselves.
a little late to worry about that, and you burn it. No, y'all got lots of ways around it. You also didn't ask what he could do because he is a Malkavian.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm counting on him to backstab us, so that's
Oh, I
pretty
am
much
too.
all.
Y'all look at me like what? Y'all think I'm gonna set y'all up?
It's Razor.
Hey, Locke is pretty goddamn proud that she remembered to ask.
So you talk to
least.
everyone, you discuss
So you
things,
can
but
lie
I
to
don't
us.
think. Wait, did you say you're gonna search for the building to see with like Google Maps?
Well, something like that, just but without leaving a trace. Say
You're not
we're
gonna put the
surveilling it.
exact name. Of the,
No.
You're not gonna put the exact street address in. Just
No.
No,
Just kind of scroll the
scroll
map.
towards it with the map.
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to put an address in. You can just find the general area and scroll around.
Okay, go ahead, roll.
What you want?
Intelligence technology. If you're gonna
Intech.
scoot, I think we've rolled the least amount of dice this session
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's 2.
2.
and a bestial and a skull. But
Yeah.
how do you bestial fail?
You can do a willpower. to
Gets
roll
so
those
mad
three
he doesn't
black.
find anything. He eats the keyboard.
Yeah.
Ah, crunch.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's 3.
That's 3.
You see it. It's in a shady part of town. It's a little house. You know, it's not a big place. Definitely not big. In the shady part of PG County. It's got neighbors nearby, but it's not like they're on top of each other, but it's not like they're not. You know, so there's enough space that you could at least, you know, you don't shoot any gun. Well, it's PG County. Shoot all the guns you want. But it's close enough that the neighbors may be a problem, but at the same time, it's the kind of neighborhood where the neighbors
Well, if we were to set the house
don't
on
look. They're not close enough that if you set it on fire, it would burn every house around it
It's
down.
the bad part of PG County these
Yep.
days.
Yep.
No, what is?
And
Belts,
Darkness-
Beltsway? Beltsway? Beltsville?
Beltsville.
Hillcrest Heights.
Hillcrest Heights, that's a good
Oxon
one.
Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So, in World of Darkness, the whole place.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's close enough that you could set fire and wouldn't burn the neighbor's house down.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
What kind of entrances, exits?
can't really tell because it's top
Can't get
down.
street view?
Street view.
Yes, street view.
There's no street view on that one. Not
Oh.
every street has street view.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have street. Don't have street view.
Not by the house, no.
Oh,
Of course not.
Oh no,
'Cause
yeah.
it's fed.
Inquisition.
It's fed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a clue in itself.
Mm-hmm. It's fed. So we're going to be dealing with agents.
Yeah. So,
You sure we don't want to give Stanford a heads up that we're messing with the Inquisition tomorrow?
Okay.
you don't know if it's the Inquisition.
We don't know, but I feel like if we get dusted, he may want to know to follow
Y'all get
up.
dusted with Victoria.
No, we ain't going to get dusted.
There ain't going to be nothing that could save Stanford at that point. 'cause,
True.
I mean,
Victoria
y'all going
will
in
bring
hot.
the pain.
You're coming in hot, all four of y'all plus her and Razor, and you'll all get dusted?
If Victoria actually shows up. We'll see.
She'll show up.
Good.
She'll show up. She got called out last time. She'll show
Yeah,
up.
she'll show up. She got totally called out.
Yeah, she did. Y'all dropped dimes on her like, you know, you got 9-cent change. Bam! We go snitch.
That's how Emilio got dusted.
It is too.
Actually, we didn't. We're not the one. We're not the one who called her out. The prince called her out.
Yeah.
So did you. Okay, I think Locke did say, well, you didn't help?
Locke was standing there with, like, you know, wounds
Yeah,
on
like all
her.
fucked up.
All fucked up. Probably
So-
some of the most fucked up she had been.
It
in a
is,
long- yeah.
actually. So the rest of the night, y'all strategize, talk about it. I'm sure Lily's getting guns oiled, checked, making sure she
Yeah,
got
yeah.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to take a little... Actually, now you could, if you paid enough, you could get swords by now. Because it don't take long to make a sword. I watch Forged in Fire. I know how long it takes them to make a sword.
How long?
They do them in 3 hours and then 2 hours for the handle. So 5 hours, but Steve had 3
Silver
days.
inlay. Yeah. So he's got his swords.
At least one of them. One good sized weapon.
And I
So
imagine you also have a trench coat.
he also has you also have other weapons, you know, from your days, but they're just not that high quality. They weren't made for real fighting. So you sleep for the night, and you wake up the next dusk. We'll do a rouse check real quick. No,
Oh, good.
Made it.
Locke's going in hungry.
Yeah, Locke's going in at 2 hunger.
Me too.
John's already at the place. Cause
Oh
it's
yeah,
Saturday.
as soon as it opens, he's there because he knows he ain't getting any for a few more days. He wants that thing you do.
Because it makes him feel good.
Yeah.
The first thing Locke will be doing is going hunting. She does not want to go on this job hungry.
And of course, I play with him. Can you roll for my resonance, please?
Say it, Quartermain. Let's hear it. She gonna roll to get it.
Is he gonna get a chub?
Actually,
He better. If he's impotent, he's getting cut off.
oh, it is a sanguine taste.
I am
What?
a little
And
Please don't tell me it's fleeting.
no, it holds up.
Okay, good.
It's an intense
Ooh,
taste.
is that a +1 or a +2?
+1.
That
It's
means
+2.
that would be chub.
That's true.
That's Joe.
That's chub.
How'd you do, Locke?
4.
I
I
like
blew
this
a
guy for a
willpower
reason.
because it was only 2. And it's
Two's
3.
enough.
Oh,
Two's enough in our
Okay.
domain.
Your Charles.
Oh,
yeah.
2.
Because of your domain, yeah.
Yeah,
And I'd
okay.
like to go too.
Okay, are you going in southeast or in your domain?
I'll go southeast.
Okay, because you've got time.
Okay.
And you said
Do I get
2
a
a.m.
resonance?
2 a.m.
I want to see if I
You want
get
your
it.
resonance up.
You know what? It's
You know, with
important.
the way you do it, though. most
Don't
of the time
don't
you
make a
do it.
mess.
Oh, he didn't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One day, Locke may have a hurt. She wants to have a
Because
really
this seems to be
depressing
doing a
bar.
little better.
Everybody's laid
Yeah,
off.
there's a melancholy.
Melancholy.
Yeah, melancholy for yours.
Ooh.
So scared that you murdered him. So,
So I
Not-
got
not
not
Murdered.
murdered, but rolled him in the alley. You scared
What
the shit out of him.
disciplines is melancholy?
Fortitude.
Fortitude and obfuscate.
Yeah. So, what'd you get, Steve? Okay, you're good too. And we'll see if you can get a good resonance out of it. No, you got the fleeting this time. And it just passes. But it's just for your
Poke your eye out.
Poke your eye out. Just for your reference, it was phlegmatic.
Huh.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it would have, all specs dominate.
Phlegm.
It's full of snot. It was a snot resonance. So,
I've never yet had a lasting.
no, you haven't yet, have you?
I got the super
Because you
resonance.
are the ultimate roller, and I apparently roll like you do when it comes to that for yours. You get back, both of y'all get back from hunting.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And when you do get back, you're sitting there waiting. It's not even midnight yet, but about 11:30. Miss Lily, Victoria, out front.
Okay.
She's not taking the quick way in because it's not easy to always teleport around. It can have impact
Escort her
on your
in.
humanity.
Conference room.
Escort her up to the conference room, and we'll meet her there.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you're gonna have like all the lights on or anything to really fuck with?
No.
Okay, when you get up there, she comes in the room. She's chewing gum. Hey, what you want, boss? $601 at Lily's table.
I know you did not just do that.
Yes, you did.
Don't frenzy, please don't frenzy, please don't frenzy.
Is that a frenzy check?
That might be.
Okay, willpower. Your unchecked willpower plus 1/3 your humanity.
Hold her.
Yeah, you're...
You haven't used much willpower this time.
No, I haven't used any.
You used one.
Yeah, but that was last session.
No, it's the same session for that purpose. For willpower purpose.
Really?
Yes.
That's not fucking fair.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's not fair because,
No, it's really
the same
not,
as always.
because
Just
it's-
go it. Same as we're normally doing. We'll deal with it afterwards.
Yes, we will.
So roll it. On however many hunger. 1? Yeah, 1. Oh, no hunger for that.
No
willpower.
hunger for this.
So it's your unchecked and then 1/3 humanity, so 2 bonus dice. Yep, you made it.
3.
I need 2. So yeah, you're still not
I'm
happy.
looking at her and I'm just smiling with fangs. Thank you.
What you need, boss? Yeah, it is important. I'm here. What you want?
We have a masquerade breach that we need to deal with.
Do we get to kill people, boss?
Maybe. We'll see. I need you more in your capacity as, sneaky Heidi.
Boring.
But
okay.
if things decide to go south, well, then you can take the safety off, as it were.
That sounds fun.
Anyways, here's the situation, and he'll lay it out.
Okay.
And he'll describe Razor to her, both of them.
I've heard of him. He's a real sick one. Even
Yeah.
by my terms, he's
Well, I couldn't.
a sick one.
I had to go through with this just because of the situation. We're going to go in and see if we can find the information, see if it got disseminated in any way, and then we're going to clean up.
And then I can kill people. Thank you, boss.
Maybe.
It always ends this way. been around a while, and we do things and it happens. And normally these end up in murder. And I'm fine with it if you want me to go all scourgy on them. We can have some fun and, it'll be great.
Okay.
So when is it? 2?
2 o'clock.
And she looks at her watch. She goes, what time is it? She's wearing a digital watch.
I check my phone and I tell her.
She's near your phone, but not holding it, so we'll let your phone work. Because it kind of gets odd.
I also
just
have
near
an
her.
analog clock on the wall.
And
Yeah, it's probably really pretty too.
It's a beautiful. I said, "There's a clock right there that'll work with you, dear."
I shouldn't even wear this, but I'm sentimental about trophies sometimes. And it is a men's watch. She got on her wrist.
See?
So,
Okay, well, let me see what I can do. I got the address. I'll meet you there. Am I allowed to bring friends, boss?
like, who?
We got a posse and just get together. We can, Sheriff, you're a posse. This would be so fun. Yes.
It might get a little too big.
No.
It's not a big house.
No.
But if they were...
No, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this to us.
Okay, take all the fun out. Spoil sport. Am I upsetting the boss? You think? Should I
That's between you and
Should
your
I go
boss,
all business?
darling.
I can go all business, but then it's no fun, and people go, "You're too intense," and I don't like that. So, you can have your choice. You want business, Victoria, or do you want happy, smiley, Victoria?
I want business.
She leaned forward. Do you actually trust this psychopath?
No, that's why I asked you to come.
I am the scourge, and I will go. But at the first sign of problems, I'm going to murder them all. I will stop the breach the best way I know how. I will not use my abilities where they can be seen. Anyone who witnesses it, I'll clean up as well. I obviously can't do the technology side.
Good.
It's not
Sounds good to me. Just stay away from the technology.
But
And if Razor decides that he's going to get funny, you can feel free to end him if you like.
that works.
Question. How big is your bubble?
Big enough.
Huh?
Big enough.
No, for how far away do we need to keep you from computers and shit?
It won't be a problem.
Oh.
They'll work again when I'm not standing by them, so it's not like it's permanent most of the time. Great.
I thought you were like a magnet or something. I don't know how any of it works.
Good. We can do this. This works for me.
Make sure she stands by the ONT when we go into the house.
Thank you.
If it's what he describes, they're going to be armed. We're going in, even if it's not a trap set by him, we're going in a firefight.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well aware.
It's what I do. Again, I ask, can I bring friends?
Describe your resources.
La Sombra.
How many?
One other. That's all I need.
Can they wait outside?
I plan to wait outside until you need me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm not exactly subtle.
Yeah. No, this works for me.
yeah.
This works for me. You can bring one other. Were any of your friends at Rock Creek Park last night?
Visiting the Lupin. Maybe one of my friends found out. It's all right. I spoke with Stanford. He's aware. Just, I have eyes too. I wasn't watching for you, and it wasn't me, but my people tell me. Not the only one with a coterie around here,
That's fair. That's fair. I'm glad you were truthful.
So, I guess it's a deal. Toodles, see you later. I have business to do. And she just kind of goes back to, drops the business routine, and just kind of...
Fades into the shadow.
and goes. No, she doesn't. She goes right out the door.
Oh, she just walks out the door.
Yeah, she's trying not to. I mean, she uses it when she needs to, but
Not being blatant.
not. The club isn't the best place to do it.
Yeah.
Not now.
She's being respectful.
Not now, right?
She's being respectful.
And that's where I'm going to call it. So the kindred make alliances and break alliances, even with their own enemies sometimes. That's the true strange bedfellows. There is, when do you trust your enemy to serve their own interest?
None of us can put up with the Inquisition.
That's right.
Period.
Who's the bigger threat, your enemy or the Inquisition? But can you trust your enemy that's
No.
Malkavian?
Absolutely not.
No.
Low key hoping he acts up and that we get to
Kill two birds
scourge
with one stone.
Yeah.
Kill all the birds with all the stones.
Yeah.
Your mic is off.
So, thank you for coming. And again, see you next week, or this will be episode 3. I enjoyed everybody being here. Glad you liked the show. Again, follow Near Dark Studios. Monday nights, 8 p.m. They do a Vampire Chicago by Night Chronicle. It's amazing. Give a follow to Gehenna Gaming. They also do some amazing V5 content and, get the word out. And I'm glad I could have people here for tonight. And I'm sorry for the audio issues earlier. We didn't realize some of the mics were off. That's just the nature of this being our, the continuation of our very first stream. So thankfully, some of us were in chat to talk about what you might have missed while the mics were messed up. Though I'm pretty sure from testing, the audio is well enough in this room that even with mics off, we can be heard, which is an advantage. Thank you, everyone, and good night.